Hi and welcome back to David Tom Creation's channel. Today I'm going to be having a quick look at Komplete 13 Ultimate that I upgraded to during Summer of Sound 22. So as of this video, you've got 19 hours to take advantage of Native Instruments pretty much 50% off K13 upgrades, upgraded from Komplete Select to Komplete 13. And then this year I have gone from Komplete 13 to Komplete 13 Ultimate. And then there is also Komplete 13 Ultimate Collector's Edition stuff you get. So as you can see, I've gone from 60 instruments to 118 instruments and effects. I've got 67,000 sounds, and the library is 445 gigabyte as opposed to 320 last year. And I have installed pretty much everything from Komplete 13 apart from Tractor DJ. That's the only thing I never bothered installing. You can see if we go to Ultimate, you can see how much this bundle cost. Now I paid £270 upgrade, which is about €312 or $330. And to be honest, I mean, Mysteria is £270 on its own. So, you know, it's a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest, considering how much more stuff you get. So, I mean, in native access, it is showing 70 new items to install, and I'm not going to do all of them this time because there's a lot of stuff that I'm just not going to use. You know, a lot of the Abbey Road drums, I'm just not going to use those. And there's quite a lot of new Scarby stuff, and so I'll just run through. You can see some of the. Yeah, so Mysteria is absolutely massive. So you've got new things like Mallet Flux. You've got a lot of cinematic stuff, a lot of session series, a lot of Scarby stuff, and a lot of symphony stuff, which you don't really get any cinematic stuff in the standard Komplete 13. It all kind of comes in on Ultimate and the Collector's one. And now I've got a Machine Mark III. I can take advantage of. So there's 19 new expansions for Machine and also Massive X as well, because a lot of the time the Machine has battery kits, Machine kits, and Massive presets as well. So you can see, I'll just scroll through this so you get more. Yeah, 39 sampled instruments. There's a lot more in that. And I've got, I mean, most of the effects. There's a few more effects. There's 39 expansions in total. And like I said, I've already got about 15, 20, can't remember. A lot anyway. So yeah, so if we go over to so this is my native access, and you can see this is my installed products already from the Komplete 13 kind of standard, as it were, and you can see there's rather a lot of that. So if we look at what you are getting, so like I said, there's a lot of Abbey Road stuff. You've got 50s drummer, 70s drummer, 80s drummer, modern drummer, vintage drummer. I mean, would anybody be able to tell the difference? Anyway, like I said, I've never used any Abbey Road stuff because I don't really use traditional kind of drums. I'm using kind of electronic drums like 808s and 909s and what have you. We've got Action Strikes, which is cinematic percussion. Alicia's Keys is really nice. You've got Action Strings. So Astro Flutter, these Caribbean Current, these are all expansions. So this is all the kind of expansions, and these are the kind of newest ones. Yeah, so you get Magnetic Coast is one of the ones that you get in K3s, because a lot of these are newer as well. So you definitely get magnetic coast, which is quite nice. And you are getting, it does tell you, 46 machine kits, 50 battery kits. You get 30 massive presets, 11 monarch presets, 8 projects, and 140 patterns, plus nearly 400 loops, drum samples, and one shots. And that's kind of standard. I mean, normally you are getting around a bit between 40 and 50 kits for machine and battery in most of these. And I'll just see what so it's kind of like jazzy infused, kind of you've got George Duke's Soul Treasures. You've got 500 keyboard phrases played by George Duke. So that'll be quite cool. Mallet Flux as well, which is a kind of new mallet ensemble sequence for film scores, game soundtracks, and electronic productions. So there's Magnetic Coast, and Laser Dice is another expansion. You've got Kinetic Toys, and then you've got the big buggers. So Mysteria, 27 gigabyte. What the? And that is a cinematic vocal instrument, which is pretty mental. Farlight, I thought they were going to be big. So Farlight's only 1.2 gigabyte. So I'm not quite sure. I thought Farlight and Straylight were going to be a lot bigger. Opaline Drift, that's quite a good expansion. And then you've got more effects. You've got all these replica. You've got XT versions of a lot of the ones, so replica. You've got RC24, RC48. And then there's a ton of new Scarby. So you've got Scarby Funk Guitarist, Scarby J Bass, more Scarby Bass, pre-bass. There's too much Scarby, to be honest. You get the deluxe version of Electric Sunburst, which I did a video on, which was very good. You get Picked Acoustic, Strummed Acoustic 2. You get Session Horns Pro, Session Strings Pro. I mean, that's 27 gigabyte, and I think Session Strings Pro is a big one, 34 gigabyte. What in the name of is going on? And then you've got Scanner XT, Straylight as well. That's 2.5 gigabyte, so that's a bit bigger. And then Stradia Violin is massive as well. And then you've got the Symphony series. So I don't have any of the Symphony series. So you've got brass ensemble, brass solo, percussion, string, woodwind, and woodwind solo. So these are really cool as well. They're beautiful looking interface, these, aren't they? And then you've got something mental called Thrill, which is a performance instrument for playing spine-chilling atmospheres, clusters, and hybrid textures in real time. And that's 30 gig. So, yeah. And then you've got, like I said, quite a few more effects, VCFX, and then Warp Symmetry is an expansion. So that is what you're getting over and above the standard K13 for 260 quid. And like I said, some of these, I mean, I said Firelight's about 180. The session stuff's expensive as well. Let's just have a wee look and see how much. Yeah, so Stradia Violin is 180. So session strings and so, yeah, they're 180. Session strings pros 270. So yeah, so you're getting symphony, woodwind and brass. They're 180. Vocal, like I said, you've got Mysteria 270, Farlight 180. Alicia's Keys is 89 quid. I mean, just for that. So, I mean, and that is pretty cool. Actually, just have a look at this one. Let's see, demo track. Now we're talking. So 17 gigabyte of samples, 12 velocity layers per key. That sounds absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that has been I've been wanting to get that one to try. So yeah, so there's an absolute massive amount of stuff to get through. downloading that. So I'm obviously going to do quite a few videos. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to download some of the ones that I've been wanting to try, and I'll do videos on them. So if anybody wants anything specific out of this lot, just let me know in the comments, and I can review, and I'll review some of the expansions with the machine as well. And also over and above this, you also get a £22 voucher. So I was thinking I may get one of the new expansions. There's one that Lunar Echoes. So I might get that because it's only going to cost 20 quid. And it's some quite nice, the Essential Sounds of Berlin and Detroit techno. And I do like a bit of techno. So you've got hypnotic arps, lush dub chords, rolling bass lines, and driving percussion. So yeah, it's actually quite nice. So yeah, so I might get that one. And you get 40 machine kits, 32 massive presets, 300 loops, 140 patterns, 32 drum synth presets, 10 projects, and God knows what else. And it is 830 meg. Yeah, so that sounds pretty cool. Right up my street. And by the time this comes out, this will have pretty much ended. So so hopefully you have taken advantage of this year's, because if you haven't, you've got another year to wait before you can get these offers. To be honest, the Ultimate is probably enough for me to last the rest of my life, as far as Native Instruments stuff's concerned. And like I said, obviously now I've got the machine. A lot of the stuff that I had before is actually going to start getting used more, like all the expansion stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be doing some more machine learning videos probably coming next week. Bye for now.